Welcome to Living Your Maine Love, the podcast that celebrates the people who are living with passion, purpose, and a whole lot of heart. Each month, we'll sit down with people who are following what lights them up in Maine and beyond. Welcome to the latest podcast episode of Living Your Maine Love. I am so excited to be here with PJ Singh today, otherwise known as like the coach of Maine. Everybody just calls you coach, right,
yeah,
PJ?
just Coach PJ.
Coach PJ.
Yeah.
I
don't
mean,
know about the coach, a coach.
I don't know. I asked Marie about, oh yeah, I know coach, the coach. I mean, so you've got quite the amazing reputation out here, PJ. And it's just so nice to be here with you. I've seen you at Hearts of Pine Games. We've had, brief conversations there, but I thought we really want to get you in here because I feel like you have a lot to say and a lot to maybe offer people. This podcast is sort of about, being inspirational, aspirational, helping people in some way. So I feel like you're a great guest.
Thank you very much.
But we're going to start with a rapid fire. So just to know things that we've never learned about you otherwise.
Sure.
So, ocean or mountains?
Oceans.
Oceans. Okay. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Are you like a basic black coffee guy or like a latte guy?
No, it's a chai latte.
Latte.
This is why I was like, oh gosh, the Indian heritage is definitely chai.
Yeah.
But I think living in America, coffee, so with cream and sugar, always.
Right. Of course, yeah. Okay, the whole lobster roll thing. I'm not a Mainer, but you'll get the lobster roll with mayo or butter.
Oh my God, I'd eat everything. Butter.
Okay, good. I like butter better too.
Yeah, butter.
Noah Khan or role model?
I say Noah Khan.
Okay, he's great.
Yeah, well, I just think New England also supports.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, whoopie pie or blueberry pie?
Whoopie pie.
Okay, there you go. True Mainer. Okay, so we're now going to get into the meat of the episode.
Right.
You're, to me, like when I've met you, you're just like so positive and you seem to have a lot of wisdom. What were you like as a kid? Were you that kid that was just kind of always wise behind your ears? Or tell me what you were like as a child.
I think what I've heard about myself as a child was that I was a thinker.
Yeah.
I've always been that guy. I worry for the people that I care about. So I always, I guess, like an old man, arms behind my back and just pacing.
Yeah.
And even now when I'm on a phone call, I'll pace.
Yeah.
And I think my older son has that tendency as well. He paces when he's on the call. And I'm like, oh God.
You're like,
don't
mini
be a thinker
me.
like me. Yeah, relax. I love to learn, but, I think I'm more about like learning about life, languages, people.
Yeah.
Versus like, let's study about chemical reactions.
Yeah.
No.
It's the stuff that matters in life, like the connection and communication and interpersonal relationships, right? Which is kind of, as a coach, so important. You were talking right before this episode about, it's not just about what's going on in the field or what's happening in the field, but like how you show up in life, right?
Yeah, on and off the field is what's going to matter.
Exactly. So, okay, so you grew up in Ghana.
Yes.
And then when did soccer enter the equation for you?
At a young age.
Yeah.
It's, you'll hear a lot of people say this, like, oh, football or soccer is like a religion.
Yeah.
And in Ghana, growing up, it was a thing you did at recess. It's the thing you did after school. It's the thing you did on the streets. Yeah. I even tell people, like, we'd play with oranges.
Would you?
You suck the juice and then you play with the orange. Or we also had this game, and I don't know how many of my friends remember this, but they will once I say this, but we used to play with stone.
With a stone?
Yeah, a flat stone.
Wow.
A very flat stone, and we played in this hall, assembly hall.
Yeah.
And there were rules. Like any game, anything in life, there are rules. And so some of the rules would be you can't step on the stone.
Okay.
You cannot shoot it. Everything was inside of the foot.
What if your hand touches the stone?
No way. No. So it stays
Okay.
on. It stays on the surface, right?
Okay.
You cannot hit it like too far. It has to go from one person to the next. So there was always like close, and like you do that in a game is close touches, right?
Yeah.
So you play around someone or something like that. You can't just keep dribbling, because again, it's a stone and it will get lost or it will pop up. And if it popped up, it's a foul.
Okay.
If it fell out of the so-called field, the assembly hall would bring it back in, and it was like not a throw in, but a kick in.
Yeah.
Or a pass in.
Okay, so no tosses, not
no
at the
tossing
stone.
off the stone. No. So it's so football has been in my life from a very young age. On the streets too, stone ball is what we call it. So you don't have goalposts. You put two larger stones.
I was gonna ask you what the like goalposts were.
Yeah,
okay.
You use two larger stones. Oh. So we played anything, anywhere.
Yeah.
If you didn't play in a Sunday league game, we were playing in the backyard of a friend's, what we call a lawn here, what we call garden. Because you go to the garden and play. So we played all the time.
Wow.
And, any opportunity, anything that looked like a ball. And even now in dress shoes, I'll end up kicking a ball.
Yeah.
It's a big part of who we are. You either did football or, outdoor track and field or boxing.
Oh, boxing. Okay.
My dad was into the boxing. Watching it more, I would say. Maybe did it when he was younger, I'm not sure. But I was definitely into soccer.
Yeah.
And, I didn't think that would really be so big in my life because I just did it like everyone else.
Yeah.
But it means a lot to me, way more than I would have imagined.
So when did you start thinking, wow, I want to do this for a living in some way, shape, or form? Did you want to be like a pro player? Did you ever have those?
At a young age, I wanted, like any kid, you want to be a pro. I played semi-pro. I think there was one game. Oh God, I played terribly, and because I used to play as a defender.
Okay, yeah, like fullback.
I played fullback, center back, and then stopper.
Okay.
I also played in goal, but I don't tell too many people that. So, I played that game, and I think I had heard it was being telecast.
Wow.
And I think that got in like nerves. So I didn't play really well until later in the game, but it is what it is. And then, so that's where my idea to play in college came. Was like, well, this is not going to happen. Also, I think in the Western world, there's a lot of support. Parents showing up to games.
Yeah.
Whether it's high school or premier or club. And my father had said, if you want to be a soccer player, then let's become a soccer player and stop going to school.
Oh, wow.
So it was very one or the other.
Okay.
It has changed now.
Yeah.
But back then the society, the way they thought, it was one or the other. You cannot do both.
Right.
And even now in life, I guess that has kind of followed me, like I work in admissions, but I also coach.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, which one are you? Are you this or that? And it's like, why can't I do both?
You can. You are.
I am doing both.
Yeah.
And, so it is what it is. But it was after playing in college that I was a referee by chance for little kids.
Oh, cute.
And I realized everything I was listening to was booted from the fans or parents and from the coaches.
Yeah.
And kids were just running around and smashing the ball.
Right.
And so I was in the middle and there was chaos. And so I started kind of coaching both teams.
Oh, wow.
Because I was like, hey, if you stand there, you can pass to your friend over there and then get forward. And then I went to the other team and I was like, if you stand over here, And then I was like, you know what? I can help people with this sport instead of just hearing them being taught to smash the ball.
Yeah.
That's hard. Kick it as hard as you
can.
Right.
Right.
And then I got into coaching and scouting, obviously. And I'd go to games and people would recommend a player to me and I'd say, oh. And they'd be like, yeah, she's got a good boot on her. And we call cleats boots. Mm-hmm. So I was like, wait, what?
Wow.
And then I figured out they meant how hard the person can smash the ball up the field.
Wow.
And they were like, see that? And I was like, yeah, how hard can she boot it from here to about there?
Yeah.
So like the passing,
yeah.
right? Can she boot it, as you're calling it?
Yes.
From here to there?
I don't think I've heard boot it.
Oh, thank God.
Really? Yeah, no.
It's
I played AYSO soccer. I grew up and played high school soccer, and I never heard boot it. So.
Well, it was pretty common.
Okay.
On this side of the country.
Yes, not in Cali.
So it was, it was. I think once I got players that would come, local players, and they'd have, I'd have players from Louisiana or Illinois or California, and they saw the way I wanted them to play, and they'd go back and watch their high school teams and then come back and be like, Coach, it was painful to watch. And I was like, job done. Wow. I've educated someone,
Yeah. So your job as coach, like you always saw it as like, this is a team effort. We're all here together.
Yeah.
It's not about like one star, but it's, it's all working together to win or to prevail.
And stars will be born.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always use analogies or references. And so like in a car, right? Mm-hmm. You need every part of the car to work, but somehow like the engine is going to be an important part of movement.
Yes.
The steering wheel is going to be very important, or the gears.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be someone in one part of the field, or I will call it department, right? Attack, midfield, defense. That's going to be very critical in what happens, but everything needs to work or else you're not going anywhere. True.
Very good. That's a great analogy, actually. We're all needed here.
Yes.
And I'm kind of like sidetracking, but I'm interested to know, do the kids get jealous of the person who's sort of like the leader of the team, or how do you deal with that? Is there envy that goes on, or if somebody has getting an ego a little too large?
No, I mean, it does happen on occasion, but I think overall, I try to create an environment where people believe in the togetherness. So they celebrate their teammates winning.
That's awesome.
They celebrate. I remember one year I had a forward who should have been all conference. And she didn't get player of the year. She was all conference. And so that was upsetting her. And then I didn't get coach of the year. And that upset half the team. And we had a playoff game and they performed poorly. And they were very young. So that was part of the problem, was that they were there for the team, but then got wrapped up in the individual awards. So the individual awards are where it gets complicated, because people are like, well, we've done this work, we deserve it. And I had to teach them that I don't care about that individual award. I want the championship at the end. Yeah. Because that shows the work of everyone.
Totally.
And myself, right? Because I'm no winner if my team's not winning.
Right. Yeah.
So I had to help them understand that I don't win if you don't win. Yeah. And I'm kind of secondary, right?
Yeah.
Players own the game.
Yeah.
So I can try to teach you stuff. If you don't do it on the field, then it makes my job harder, because every session I cannot progress unless you can't run if you don't know how to walk and jog. And sometimes people want immediate success, right?
Yeah.
Or they think, we've got this player very skillful and they can do it. And it's like, all right, we can try. But at the end of the day, we're not playing the way I would like us to play. And it's going to backfire.
There's no I in team, right, PJ?
No, there's an M and an E, but I tell them to turn the M upside down.
Oh.
So it's a we thing,
There you go. Yeah. I love that. That's amazing. So let's talk about, so you grew up in Ghana and moved to Maine when you were 17, 18?
Yeah, I turned 18.
Okay.
I was here for, I think, a week or two, and then I turned 18.
What brought you to Maine specifically?
So I was looking to attend college, university, and I was being recruited by a couple places, but my friend, who I'm actually going to see next week at the Ghana-England World Cup game.
Awesome.
After so many years. He was attending a university in Maine. And so he introduced me to the state of Maine, because I was looking at the typical Florida, New York, Louisiana, California.
Yeah.
Rhode Island too. And then he was like, state of Maine, and I was like, oh, what is that?
What is it?
He's like, up here, Northeast, blah, blah, blah. And so I looked at the temperatures, but that didn't bother me. For some reason, I was just like, oh, I like the cold. I didn't realize,
Oh, yeah.
what the cold was at the time. But he said, come here. And then I was looking at a couple of schools, and he was like, nope, look at the smaller ones. You can focus on your studies. And so he did the sales pitch to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was here. So I grew up Indian, right? So I'm from Ghana, but my family's Indian. So there's a lot of community.
Oh, yeah.
I have a mesh or mishmash or whatever you want to call it of different cultures. So my friend is there. So I have to listen to what he's saying because, it's,
Yeah.
I'm not there. So he probably knows better. And that's an Indian thing.
Right.
And so I listened and I was like, oh, yeah, sure. So I ended up in a small school on the coast of Maine. And the rest is history, right?
Is he still here?
Yeah, so he was in Maine for like 2 years and then left. And, so he went to UMass.
You're like, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it was good,
Yeah.
It was, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in Maine.
Yeah.
So he did leave. He's now in the Carolinas.
Okay.
With his family. And I'm still here in Maine. So a lot of people will be like, wow, you're still in Maine? And I'm like, yeah. This Maine 6 soccer coach, I'm here. I'm representing my culture and
that's awesome.
and my people in the state of Maine. And Maine's given me a lot. So
I wanted to ask you about, do you remember when you first came, and was it a difficult adjustment, or did
absolutely. I do remember when I came. It was January.
January?
And it was January.
Wow.
It was snowing.
Yeah.
The school actually had a snow day.
You're like, what have I done?
Well, so back home, you take a 2-hour trip. It's vacation. Picnic.
Right.
And I had a 9-hour bus from New York to Bangor, Maine. Yes, I slept so many times. I woke up and I was like, oh, I guess there's snow. But I didn't realize how much snow. So the first a month or so, I'll say, was like adjusting to like, it's cold. I can't just run everywhere. I fell so many times.
Did you?
Yeah, because I'd be running to class and I'd slip and fall on the ice. So the nurse, Sue, can't remember her last name, but anyway, Sue, she was good friends of mine because of the number of times I would go in there.
She's like, you're back again, PJ.
And she was like, what did you do? And I was like, well, I was running and I took that right turn and flew in the air and landed. And she, so I stopped running, obviously, but had to adjust to that. And I did get homesick for one weekend. Not a whole weekend. It was like a couple of days. And it was I don't know. So what happened is I got homesick and I was sleeping. You get that little depression. You sleep,
of course.
You eat a lot. I slept. And there was a comedian on campus and everyone came to my room, my teammates and friends. And they were sharing how much fun this comedian was. And I sat there like, I've just missed out.
Aww.
And then I also thought, all these guys in my room, excited. And I think they knew that I was down. So they were like there. And I was like, I made a choice. I made the choice to be here. All these people want me to be here. They care about me. So why am I sulking? Because I'm missing something, or I'm missing family and whatever. So I got over it. And I know not everyone can do that quickly.
Yeah.
But I always remember that story and I always share it with people I'm recruiting, whether they're athletes or non-athletes. I share that with them, whether they attend my school or not. For a couple players of mine, I remember I got them lemons and had a smiley face. And on the other side was a frowning face. So I was like, it's your choice which one
it's true
you want to look at, and you know what to do with this lemon.
Yeah.
You can suck on it or you can put it in water.
Make lemonade.
Make lemonade, right?
I love that. I love that. That's so cool.
Try to stay positive for people.
Yeah, I love that. Well, that's a great area we can veer into. What advice would you have for people? Like, I feel like you're very authentic, intentional, positive. What advice would you have for people that want to live that way, want to have that shared perception?
To accept that it's not easy.
Yeah.
To be this way. I do, let's be real. I cannot live positively all the time, right?
Who does? Yeah.
But I'm thankful that I have people in my life that I can vent to or share sometimes. But at the end of the day, I also think, can I, like for someone else,
yeah,
can I be positive? Can I say something or do something that will make them smile or laugh? Or And sometimes, people, like, I don't care. I'll just chat up with anybody. And
yeah.
And sometimes it's weird, right? People are like, well, what's this guy doing? Just chatting and trying to be funny. And I feel sorry when people think like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, wow, you must be so miserable.
Well, I mean, there's like an epidemic of loneliness nowadays, and like we're more connected than ever, but we're lonelier than ever. So, I feel like being actually out and talking to people is what it's about, right?
For me, it is.
Yeah.
And then there's also, sometimes there's things like, keep your thoughts to yourself and don't share. And, I don't know. It's supposed to be a growth mindset. I'm like, that's miserable, man. Like,
really?
I was in Iceland for my 40th.
Cool.
And I was like, just being me, smiling,
cool
laughing
place
at people.
to be.
Yeah, I know. It was, I don't know. Something called and I went. And there was people that were being like, like closed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's just me and my wife or me. And by the end of our little tour group, it was a food tour. Because I was being myself, just chatting and laughing. And I shared with people like, listen, I don't know if I'll ever see you again. Don't really care if you want to or not. But why I want you to leave here is you remember that, hey, this guy was on a tour and he was happy and he shared joy with us and he made us smile and laugh. And, it's a food tour. So people are eating, some people are not eating certain things. But at the end of the tour, everyone was like laughing and chatting and, getting to know each other. And a young couple announced to everyone that they were going to have a child.
Aww.
And that's why she was not having alcohol. And so that only happened because of breaking down those walls.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And I felt so happy to know that about them. And, having 2 young kids myself, I was so happy for them and shared that with them. And I felt like, I don't know how to say, maybe like a Steve Harvey out there, I was like seeing people and they were engaged, an introvert, an extrovert. And I was
you're kind of like the mayor.
Yeah,
like you're like, you just go, you seem to like know everyone. You're just open and people want to talk to you. And
well, some do, right?
That's
and
a
then
gift.
Some are like, oh God.
That's fine. But
shut up, man. And I'm like, all right, well.
That says more about them though. And their uncomfortability maybe with themselves,
sad,
right?
And I feel like, oh man, you don't want to laugh about this. Okay,
Yeah.
But sometimes, through a negative experience, a very positive experience can come. So
that's true.
If I offend somebody, I let them know, like, hey, maybe I joked too far.
Yeah.
And it wasn't meant to offend you or hurt your feelings. I just wanted to see you laugh. And unfortunately, it went the other way.
Mm-hmm.
So forgive me. And if maybe later you can think on this moment and laugh about it. And, and say that idiot, peed me off and whatever. Just, hopefully you can find it in your heart to forgive that. I was being silly. And even when I coach, like people don't understand that asking a player not to play or subbing a player for the sake of rotation or no, they're not playing well and they just need to be out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's our profession, it's our job, and we need to do what's right for the team. However, it's not always fun.
Yeah,
I think people need to understand that, like, coaches who genuinely care about you, it's not fun.
Yeah.
If you're just looking for the result, then it's a job, and then we have a job to do, and you have a job to do, which is to improve and get better, and not think that you are the finished article and
Who's ever the finished article?
No, even us,
I don't know anyone, right?
We keep growing, right? It's,
exactly.
That's what life is. Learning lessons.
Yeah. What's the hardest part of being a coach?
I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
I care a lot about I'll call them my family, right? My team. So the hardest part is knowing that I care so much. Sometimes it cannot be reciprocated. So that's hard, which is okay. It's life.
Yeah.
Or when they don't get the result that they've worked hard for. So that's tough, I coached a team this year that had not won. I think they won one game the year before. And this year they won. I think they were undefeated actually in the season. Too many ties, unfortunately. But again, that's not a loss.
Right.
So that's a positive. And we went to a tournament and didn't concede a goal, scored a bunch of goals. And we got to the final and didn't have a goalkeeper. And so, unfortunate scenario. I had to ask a forward to be in goal, and she did a great job. She even made the game went to shootouts.
Wow.
Yeah. So
pressure.
And we had no subs. So 11 players, no keeper, all the way to shootout. She did make a save, and then she made another save, and then the ball trickled through. And we ended up losing. And I was super proud of the team, but they were hurt. And that hurt me.
Of
because
course.
I was like, they deserve this.
Yeah.
Because if we had one sub, I think we could have done it. But the fact that they had to play all weekend, then the lack of a goalkeeper, so I was very proud of them. They were proud of themselves, but it took a minute for them to, I think, realize, the bigger picture. And so in life, I think these young ladies have hopefully learned that no matter what scenario, environment, or situation you're in, remember this game and how hard you worked. And the fact that it took this team, because they had 6 subs at a time or 5.
Yeah, wow.
You took them all the way to penalty shootout.
Exactly.
And still didn't it wasn't like, it was 1-1 and we went to shootout. They didn't score on you. We didn't concede a goal. So you've done great.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we'll go back and take what is rightfully ours.
Totally. I hope you do.
So
it's about reframing, right? It's always different ways to look at things. And it's let's choose to look at this from, how we showed up and did so well.
Yeah.
What are you excited about in your life now? What are you looking forward to?
I've had a lot of changes this past year. A new job, a new club. The club I was with, I was very happy with. But, I'm getting older. And the situation I am in, right, where I'm now at Thomas College and working with the women there. We're rebuilding the program. It's a little bit more work.
Yeah.
Than my previous institution,
right?
Where they've been winning and
right,
a little easier.
Yeah,
I won't say it's easy, but a little easier there. There's attraction, and we have to build that attraction for sports. And so, the new challenge I'm excited about, the new changes we can hopefully bring. So I had to switch clubs too. So again, there's an excitement of that, being able to work with these young ladies and see them grow. That's exciting. Life in general is a little exciting. I'm getting to meet new people. Even this right now, this was a chance moment. I believe maybe 2 years ago, and it's grown into a moment now, right?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
I think I don't know. I'm just excited for things happening in my life and in Maine.
Yeah.
Now there's women's soccer coming to Maine.
I know. That's so
Hearts
cool.
of Pine in their second season. And there's a lot to be thankful for. My older son is going to high school. He had the highest average. He was a spelling bee champ in Maine.
Wow. Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't do much. He did. So, but
but he's an extension of you. You can be proud,
I'm super proud of him. And my little one is doing his thing too. He wanted to earn an award in something, and he said he worked really hard and he got it. And I was like, oh, cool. What was that?
What was it?
And he goes, gym. And I was like, oh, God. So, I am super proud of my kids too.
Oh, that's great.
So there's a lot to be thankful for and excited for in life.
Awesome. Well, I'll ask one more. And I did ask you this at the game, but I want to get it on camera too. If you could share a Maine love, and I'm going to switch it up with a car full of like amazing people in the world, living, dead, famous, not. Who would it be and why? Who would you do a road trip drinking Maine love with?
So Mandela has to be in there, right? Because I also said Mandela. So Mandela, dead and alive. So Arsene Wenger.
Oh, nice.
He's probably my idol when it comes to coaching.
Oh, awesome.
I would have Pele.
Of course. Hello.
He's going to be there.
Yeah.
And then Thierry Henry.
Wow.
Who is, he's now on, he's a pundit as well, but
oh, cool.
He's the all-time goal scorer for Arsenal. Wenger and Henry are pretty thin, and so is Pele. So I think I can squeeze one more person in the back seat.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about what kind of vehicle, but I think, and the one other person I'd probably have in there. We need someone for music.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know, but maybe we can have Bob Marley in there.
Bob Marley would be awesome.
We can put Bob, Uncle
love Bob Marley.
We'll put him in there, and
yes,
it should be fun.
Bob Marley, I love it.
Each person can have their own flavor, but the classic has to be with me.
Are you going to bring oranges? Like a bunch of oranges?
Oh, for the soccer?
If you guys just want to pull over.
Actually, because Bob Marley played soccer too, right? The Sun is Shining video,
Yes,
that was soccer.
I love Bob Marley. I love Ziggy Marley too.
Some Sunny D.
There you go. Yeah.
Really take it to the next
100%.
level.
100%. I love it.
And I'm a dessert guy, so we need cake at some point. So
yeah, whoopie pie.
Oh, yeah, true. We can do whoopie pie, chocolate.
Yeah. Chocolate, of course, chocolate. PJ, thank you. What a great conversation. That was so fun. That's it, guys.